us this morning. Quick question, does this move forward in January?
Oh, I believe it's going to move forward because the more that we dig in, the more that we evaluate this, the more facts that come up, the more truth that comes out, we realize how serious an issue that this is. This is about influence peddling. I've got to be honest with you. If Joe Biden was a Republican president, he would have been gone already. I mean, but we're doing it the right way. We did an inquiry before an impeachment. That didn't happen with Donald Trump. And we are following the facts. We're following the details. We're seeking out the truth. We're crossing all T's and dotting all I's. Here's the deal. What we're finding out is over and over again from multiple sources, whether it be foreign countries or businesses, corporations that are in trouble within the United States, money went to Hunter Biden, money went to James Biden, money was transferred to shell corporations, money was transferred even directly to then Vice President Joe Biden. These are serious, serious issues. You know, I'll be honest with you. I remember studying what happened during the possible impeachment of Richard Nixon. This is much more than that. To think that you're going to influence foreign policy and the strength of the United States of America because money is going into your son's account, going to your account, going to your brother's account. The people that are watching and listening right now, how many shell accounts do you have? How many, come on, we know that something is really, really wrong.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep digging in. We're not just jumping into it.
You know, Richard Nixon famously said, "I'm not a crook." And according to a recent poll, the majority of Americans, more than 50%, think that Joe Biden was involved with his son's overseas business dealings. Basically, they think that Joe Biden is a crook or has at least done something crooked. We haven't talked about this impeachment inquiry in a while because there's been so much going on in the House. Take us through what this looks like. So right now we're still in the impeachment inquiry stage. You're telling me that Congress is going to come back in January and then vote for a full House impeachment in the House at least, and then it would move on to the Senate where it's likely dead on arrival because Chuck Schumer and the Democrats control the Senate. Do I have that right?
You basically do have it right. It's not going to be immediately in January. I'm not going to set a date on it. I sit on the Judiciary Committee. The two committees that deal with this are Judiciary and Oversight. A lot of this is occurring in Oversight now, and Jim Comer is doing a good job revealing everything that's going on as chairman of his committee. And then a good amount of it also falls under Judiciary, where I sit, working with Congressman and Chairman Jim Jordan, who's doing an equally good job. They are being careful.
Yep.
They are accumulating the facts. So we actually in Judiciary would do the impeachment itself. The inquiry, a good deal is done by the Oversight Committee.
Okay, just want to reference that poll, by the way. It's a Harvard Harris poll. 60% of voters say President Biden helped and or participated in his son's business dealings. So there it is right there. Congressman, while we have you, some big news today on the war front. 47 days into this war in Israel, it looks like hostages are finally going to start being released, although just 50, more than 150 would still be held hostage in Gaza. So at this pace, we're talking, 400 plus days before everybody's out. Where are we with Israel funding and Ukraine funding when it comes to our new House Speaker, Mike Johnson?
Well, Mike Johnson and I, we've spoken directly about that, and others have as well. Let's be clear. The days of jamming everything together into one big bill, which is what President Biden wants. So he wants aid to Palestine. He wants Indo-Pacific aid. He wants Ukraine aid, and he wants the Israel aid all in one package. Well, you shouldn't do that. Let things stand alone by themselves. If you want Ukraine aid, go for it. For example, I am an ardently, stridently pro-Israel and for the funding. They are our greatest ally. However, Ukraine's a different issue. We're not tracking the money carefully. And you know what the reality is? If we give them this $60+ billion more that this president wants to give them, they will have received just about as much money as Israel has received since 1942.
Right,
but they've received it within 1 year. Don't put those two together. They're different. So we passed a standalone bill, to do the $14.5 billion for Israel that's now in the Senate. And damn it, Chuck Schumer and those that say they support Israel should immediately get that through the Senate and get it on the president's desk.
Yeah.
They're playing politics with it.
All right, Congressman, have a great Thanksgiving. We appreciate you being with us. Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You too.
Thank
New
you,
Jersey
sir.
Congressman Jeff Van Drew joining us today, November